Welcome to the last in this series on goal setting, on turning resolutions and goals into fantastic outcomes. And we've come a long way. And by now, if you've followed this series through, you would have seen how we've been constructing something from a very amorphous resolution or goal to something which is really empowered, structured, focused, specific, that allows you to move, overcome all of the internal barriers to get to the goals that you want. And this week I'm going to talk about the final and perhaps one of the most important aspects of goal setting, and that's the celebration. Because how often is it that people reward themselves with success with more hard work? So rather than stopping and saying, I have achieved it, and allowing themselves the ability to feel good about achieving that goal and rewarding themselves physically, psychologically, completely, with understanding that they've achieved something fantastic, they've got these terrific outcomes. Instead, they plunge straight back into a cycle of more hard work or more difficult propositions or more anything, whatever that is. So what I encourage you to do is think about your goal as a finite chunk that has long-term benefits expanding out after it. So when you have hit your T, hit your target, hit your timeline, and you've achieved those things that you want to achieve, reward yourself, celebrate. And this is really critical because often we get to that point, and by taking that moment to reflect back, we allow ourselves the ability to go, I did it. I take credit for what I've done. I feel really good about that. And you reinforce the value to yourself of the goal that you've achieved. You reinforce to yourself the value of the effort that you've made. And you start to think that that effort is really valuable now, and you're setting a new benchmark. It's almost like turning that page and saying, I'm celebrating that I've achieved this, and I now have that in my life. Then you can get on with working on other goals. And here's the thing, you can make your goal reward really simple, or you can make it complex. For example, with a gambler that was spending thousands each week, it was simply a matter of saving up the money they would have used on gambling, and the reward after 3 months was a fantastic holiday in Hawaii. How great is that? What a reward that was for them to go there, come back with a suntan, come back feeling great. And they said that was such a great reward. And for them, it really locked in that process. Or it might be going out to dinner with your partner. Or it might be going away for a spa weekend. It might be go hot air ballooning. Whatever it is for you that really lights your fires or makes you feel great, or that you can accept as a reward to celebrate the fact that you've achieved your goal. Because every time you reward and celebrate yourself, you re-energize yourself. You say to yourself, thank you for the effort I've put in. You validate that whole process. You lock in a new standard. So I invite you to think about your goal. And I invite you to think about what sort of celebration you're going to make when you reach your final end point, when you reach your finish line. Because when you have that locked in, it gives you something to look forward to. It gives you something also as a beacon on a hill towards which you can go. So when I've achieved this, I will do that. So after I've had my 3 months of being smoke-free, I'm going to go and do, I'm going to get surfing lessons or whatever it is for you. It really is going to empower your goal. So as we sit here now at the back end of this process, we've run through a significant number of things which are often not spoken about in goal setting. And yet each of them to me is critical in making sure that your goal is congruent, your goal is achievable, and your goal is something that will deliver outcomes to you that can change your life now and forever. So if you've got a positively stated goal, internal motivation, you understand the leverage that sits behind it. You've worked out what skills and strategies you need to achieve that goal. You understand what potential obstacles there are that could appear in your way. You've thought about your supporters, and you've really got those people who are your cheer squad, and you've got those people who you're accountable to. You understand your resources. You've got your resources aligned, both the ones you need and remove the ones you don't. You've got a very specific time and target orientated goal statement, so you know that's where I'm focused on. And you've worked out how you're going to celebrate and reward yourself. And when you've got all of those things in place, your goal is ready to be achieved. I look forward to hearing from you and how you went on your goal setting. And if you need any assistance, then get in touch with me, Philip Owens, at Reflective Resolutions, www.reflectiveresolutions.com. Good luck in achieving your goals.